people, regardless of my story, that did say, no, I'm not interested. No, I don't want to talk about that. They were brown apples, we call them. So you're sorting and you're looking for those people that want to help you. Red apples, they want to help us. They don't ask a lot of questions. They're like, yes, what do I need to do? A green apple, which is most people, they're going to have questions. They don't understand what's going on. That's fine. And then brown apples, you have to move on. So remember, before you even start making these calls, think, okay, do I have my sorting hat on? Am I thinking about sorting, or am I getting emotional about these conversations? So when you call a customer, the very first thing you're going to do is tell them, listen, hi Sarah, I need a huge favor. And then you're going to pause, and you're going to have a I like to call it a volleyball match with your conversation. I need a huge favor. Great, what's your favor? Well, that question right there is going to be a sorting question, because if they answer, oh my gosh, yes, what do you need? Or if they're like, okay, what's your favor? Right? Or if they're cold, like, listen, I don't have time to talk to you right now. Well, they're probably a brown apple. So that first question is a sorting question where you can look for signals to see how the rest of the conversation is going to go. So, hi, Sarah, I need a huge favor. Okay, yeah, what do you need? Listen, I have started a new business alongside my real estate business. Real estate is fine, but it's really kicking my butt, and I don't want to be doing this for the next, 10 years, 20 years of my life. I'm exhausted. I miss my kids. I may look happy on the outside, but I'm not. I'm really stressed out, and I'm really excited because I have found a company that's going to help me transition out of real estate, and it's in the essential services space. So I'm not actually selling you anything. I'm really calling to ask you for a favor, and I'm up for a promotion. This is key to add that you're up for a promotion, because it has you put a deadline on when you need this done by. So I'm up for a promotion, and I'm literally only a few customers away. I'm so close, Sarah. Would you be okay if I asked you some questions about your home services? And she's going to say, sure, what are your questions? Then you just take the survey. You ask her the questions, you take the survey, schedule a time to call Sarah back. Oh my gosh, Sarah, thank you so much for talking to me. As I told you, I've got to get this done. Like, yesterday would have been great, so I don't have a lot of time. Can I call you back tonight as soon as I take a look at this? Now, if you're someone who understands these services and you feel comfortable talking to her right then and there, and you can analyze her services within just a few minutes on that phone call, then do it right then. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. If you've got someone on the phone and they're willing to fill out a survey with you, then strike while the iron's hot. Talk to them right away if you're comfortable with doing that. If not, get with your coach. So let's say that you're getting with your coach, or you're analyzing the surveys, and you have that customer call back. So when you call them back, the very first thing is you want to thank them. You want to remind them of why you're up for this promotion, why you're excited about this business. Sarah, first of all, I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to take this survey. It means the world to me. It means the world. Like, the day that I don't have to live this crazy life of 24/7 and missing my kids, I am always going to remember you, that you're one of the people that helped me with one of my promotions. I'm so grateful for you for helping me accomplish this. Thank you so much. Then you go through and say, I've reviewed your survey and I can help you with. So when you do this, now you're going to say, I can help you with this service, and this service. And then what I like to say is, which one would you be open to talking to me about? I don't want to fire hose people. I don't want people to feel like, oh my God, they want to change over my whole house. They want to switch over all my services. I want to build a little bit of trust and create it that I'm not going to overwhelm them. And so I ask them, which one of these services do you want to talk to me about? And let's say they say, well, I'll talk to you about my internet. Great. Then talk to them about the internet. Let them know how they can become your customer of that internet service. Once you get that order placed, everything done, then you've built some trust, and you can say, Sarah, thank you so much for becoming my customer. Would you be open to talking to me about your energy services now? And if she says yes, great. Talk to her about her energy services. If she says no, then say, okay, no problem. Thank you. What about your identity theft services? Would you be open to talking to me about that? And you'll get a gauge. Remember, these are sorting questions to give you an idea of who you're dealing with. But if they become your customer for one service, that's great. Don't fire hose them. So customer success tips to remember. These are really important, and they'll really help you guys. Repeat your favor. Have a lot of gratitude. These are people, they're becoming your customer because they want to help you and contribute to your life. So be really, really grateful for that. Don't fire hose people. Build trust with people. And remember, whatever their experience is in this moment, is going to dictate whether or not they give you future business or whether or not they send you referrals. If they like their experience with you, they'll never have a problem referring you to someone else. If they felt uncomfortable with their experience with you or pushed with their experience with you, they will never refer you any business. Remember, people remember, they don't remember what you said, they remember how you made them feel. So it's really, really important. Just to touch quickly on power partners. So power partners are relationships that you can create with people that are out there in the world that you do business with, that might do business with you. And this is from the standpoint of referring each other business. There's a lot of networking groups out there, there's BNI groups, and the whole goal of those groups is referring people business within that group. So get with some of the people that you might have someone in network marketing that you buy their product from every month. I had someone recently, I buy a product of this company's, and I called several people and asked them if they wanted to create a power partnership. I explained it like, listen, I buy this from your company. I love the product. I talk about it all the time, and I'm looking for someone to be a power partner with me and actually refer me customers, and I'm going to refer them customers. Would you be willing to do that? I had to call 3 different people to sort and find that person that said, I'd love to do that. Let's do it. How does it work? And so I found a gal, and she and I are power partners, and we're working really hard to refer each other business. You have an insurance agent. You probably have people that you're always referring business to that you're loyal to. Call them and talk to them and say, hey, listen, could we create a power partnership? And those people might even be your customer already, but have another conversation of, listen, I'd like to, I refer you a lot of business. I love you. I'm loyal to you. Could we create a partnership where you refer me business, and create a program with them? So think about who in your life that you could do that, and make sure you find someone who genuinely wants to refer you business. Lead by example. So work really hard to refer the business. So right when I became power partners with this gal, I started thinking of people that I had talked to about this product that I like, that's made a difference in my life. And I put an email together and I introduced them over email. I would say, hey, Sarah, I wanted to introduce you to my friend Jody. She actually sells XYZ that I was telling you about that I've loved so much, and I wanted to connect you because you seem to have a lot of interest in it, and she's someone who can really help you with it. So I actually am making an effort to give this person customers, and I know that if I do that, she's going to do the same. So lead by example. Be the power partner that you want someone to be for you. The next thing, and I think it's the most important thing, is customer relations and referrals. In any business, people are looking for customer loyalty. Restaurants are looking for customer loyalty, and ACN is no different. Well, how do you create customer loyalty? Well, it's all about how the customer feels, and how they feel coming to you, how they're appreciated. And so I really created a customer relations program for my personal customers. And here's what's exciting. You have this handful of personal customers that you're going to get in ACN. And most of us, myself, Franco, we've only gotten a handful of customers in all our years of ACN. But that handful of customers will lead you to more customers, and you'll have a never-ending referral funnel of customers if you have some sort of customer relations. So first and foremost, gratitude. You have to be grateful. This is not about get a customer and never think about them again. You've called someone, you've asked for a favor. Have tremendous amount of gratitude, because ACN is changing your life. The way that I thank my customers is I always write them a handwritten thank you note. Do something special for them. If I heard that they are a huge Starbucks or Tim Hortons, maybe I'll throw a little $10 gift card into the card, or maybe I'll put a lottery ticket in their card with that handwritten note. So I always send a note. Send them a picture of you getting promoted, or send them a picture of you when you're on the Zoom, or when you're on the list every week, the RPM list, or whatever team you're on, where it shows that you got promoted to executive team leader. Send that to them and say, oh my gosh, I did it. Thank you so much. I'll never forget that you helped me. Include them in the process. Make them excited. They'll love that. They'll absolutely love it. And the other thing that I've done is hosting a CAP. What's a CAP? A CAP is a customer appreciation party. And remember, it's all about people's experience. The reason that you go back to a restaurant or you go back to someone for a service is because they provided you value, they made you feel good, It's always the same experience, all of that. And so provide that experience so you can have a customer appreciation party. This is a picture of me and a handful of my customers. I took them out for a happy hour. I bought a couple of appetizers, bought them all a drink. I found this really pretty setting. None of these people knew each other before this event. And I called them all and I said, listen, I'm having a customer appreciation party on Sunday. It's meant the world for me to have your help and all that stuff. And they came together, and now some of them have become Facebook friends and they're networking together. And I did a big toast that night, like, thank you guys. And listen, Verizon's not doing that for them. Bell or Rogers is not doing that for them. They were so amazed that I put together this little event that because they became my internet customer or because they got their cell phone through me, but I make it a big, big deal. So you could do a happy hour, you could do a lunch, you could host a dinner party at your house, you could do a virtual happy hour. So you just want everybody to relate. If people relate to ACN and what you're doing as fun and it's service driven, you're always trying to be of service people and you're grateful, you will get a lot of referrals from a small group of people because they'll always remember you. They'll always keep you top of mind with getting customers. The other thing I've done for customer relations is this particular gal here. She is probably one of my biggest fans. I mean, she is just always sending me customers. I'm always getting a text message saying, hey, my friend, she told me to message you. I mean, she's just so sweet. And so I went out of my way to take her by herself. We went for breakfast one morning, and we did it at a place where we went and did some shopping, and I just take care of her, and she's constantly sending me customers. So really quick before I end, I'm just going to talk about social media and how you can have success on getting customers on social media. So first of all, there's a right way to do social media and there's a wrong way to do social media. And if you don't have social media, guys, don't feel like you have to go out and start setting that up. You don't need to have social media to have success getting customers. This is only for people who are actually active on social media. This is how that you can use that. So first and foremost, don't sell on social media. Remember, no one wants to be sold. Social media is just that. It's social. It's meant to be a platform of social and fun and sharing, not a place to sell your services. I feel like that's what amateurs do. Amateurs get on Facebook and they take advantage and they sell services on there. Use social media to build relationships. Now, if you are going to use social media, you have to kind of look at your own page and think, if someone opens my page on social media, what does that page say about me? And so I think with social media, unfortunately, if you're going to be someone who's very political or talking about controversial things, then you might not want to use social media to build customers. You want to be someone who is approachable and fun and happy and positive. That's who you want to be on social media if you're going to use it to build your business. And then the goal with social media and getting customers is let other people brag about your services. Let other people talk about you on their pages versus you talk about yourself on your pages. So these are two examples of some social media testimonials that I had a lot of traction on, and I got a good handful of customers on. So I helped someone get her Vivint security system, and she posted on her Facebook page. You can see there what she wrote. And when people started commenting on that, I would direct message them, hi, Amy, I saw that you commented on that picture. You interested in home security? So I connected with those people. You can see the other one that was posted, and she thanked me for helping her get some of her services at a better value. And so again, I reached to the people, out to the people on the comments and direct message. You can also ask your customer, hey, would you be willing to do a testimonial on your page and tag me in it? And so these two people, I actually didn't ask them to do that, but I would ask someone, would you mind? If they had a great experience with you, they probably would not mind at all doing that for you. And with referrals, I feel like you have to help them with what to say. So if you're asking someone to refer you business, well, if you don't tell them what to say, they probably won't say anything. And so I actually, when I ask my customers, hey, would you be open to giving me any referrals? And the second they say, sure, I'd love to, then what I do is I send them a text message and I say, hey, copy this in your phone and send this to whoever you're thinking of. I'm usually asking, who are you thinking of that you want to refer me to? Or who do you think can help me with my promotion? Give them what to say. So here's what I say. I have them say this to the people they're texting. A really good fun friend of mine is a services specialist that is by referral only, and she has offered to assist my friends. She's incredible. You'll love her, and she has the best deals. She can even assist with existing services. Now, I put the services that are relevant to the marketplaces I'm working in. You'd have to change this and customize it to you. And then I added, and the best part is her business supports a charity, Project Feeding Kids. Her name is Wendy. I'm going to give you her info, and she'll be texting you. And so what I ask them to do is whoever they're referring me to, I will ask them to do a group text. Put this in there and do a group text, and then I respond of, oh, hi, thank you so much. Thanks, Amy, for the referral. Hey, Jack, I'll connect with you on a different text message. Excited to meet you. Because when people refer you, they want to know that you're making their customer feel good. So I actually tell them what to say versus if I don't, they won't say anything. So that is how I have gotten a lot of customer points, really focusing on getting customers through recruiting and getting customers through those people who've already helped me. They've already wanted to help me, and they want to continue to help me. So thank you guys so much for your time today. And thank you, Franco, for having me on.
Great, Wendy. You can see how, obviously, her getting those customers, now, obviously, you can see she can teach it, and that's how her team has gotten thousands and thousands of customers because of teaching it. And you're going to learn different approaches, different referral ways. That's one way, which is killer and is great. But you're going to see it. People have, fine-tuned this to different ways, which is also equally powerful. And like I said at the beginning, what fits you? See what's going to be your style, your personality. Everybody's going to be a little different, okay? What's key, though, in all of them, favor, help, why, try, create urgency, your promotion, all that very, 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 very important stuff. Now, here's what I want to talk about next, which is really great. So Wendy just talked about the customer survey, right? She just talked about that. Now, what if I told you there's a video you can send out to help facilitate you getting those customers and making it faster and easier to go through people, okay? So there's a gentleman who's going to be on here. Unfortunately, his friend passed away. He's at his funeral service today. His name is Jose Rojas, and he just got 100 points. Congratulations to him. In last month's training, he got on and got inspired by Wendy's training, and he went to work. And his goal was to get a whole bunch of customers, to get his wife free cell phone service. He lives in Florida, so he can get free cell phone service down there. And he accomplished every goal he set out by doing what I'm going to show you right now. Now, I had him to come on and do it, but obviously he can't be on. But I'm going to be him, okay? Because I know exactly how he did it, because I actually got customers doing the exact same thing, so I know I can talk about it, okay? So there's a customer service video that I'm going to show you right now that you can send to people. Then I'm going to show you, explain how he used it and what he said. So hang on, I'm going to show you a really cool video. Where is it? Here it is. It's about 1 minute and 22 seconds. It's really simple, and then we'll be back.
¿Qué le parecería si le contamos que hay una forma de adquirirlos? ¿Qué le parecería? What if there was a way you can shop for the same quality services you already have from brand name providers you trust, all at great prices and in one place? Even better, what if there was a way you could get some of these services for free? Now we have your attention. In the same way many of us shop online travel sites for hotel and airfare deals, you can now do the exact same for your monthly services for your home and your business. We've partnered up with the best providers for residential and business services that you already pay for each month. Services like high-speed internet, digital and analog phone, wireless, television, home security and automation, gas, electricity, and even credit card processing, all at outstanding rates. It's all the services you use and love, all in one place. Simply complete this short online survey and we'll do the rest, personalizing your services with your budget. And the best part is, every time you pay your bills, you are feeding kids in need. Because of people like you, we're able to feed millions of hungry children right here in the U.S. and Canada every day. It doesn't get simpler or more powerful than that. Join the millions who are doing the same and making a difference. Submit your information now, and we'll get back to you right away with your customized services analysis.
Okay, and now I'm going to show you the Spanish version because he did it for the Spanish.
¿Qué le parecería si le contamos que hay una forma de adquirir los mismos servicios de marca que ya está utilizando, de proveedores en los que confía, todo a precios increíbles y en un solo lugar? Mejor aún, ¿qué tal si existiera una manera para que reciba estos servicios gratis? Ahora sí, creo que hemos logrado llamar su atención. De la misma forma en la que puede buscar las mejores ofertas de hoteles y aerolíneas en línea, de esa forma ahora puede comprar los servicios que utiliza en su hogar y en su negocio. Nos hemos asociado con los mejores proveedores de servicios residenciales y comerciales, servicios por los cuales usted ya está pagando cada mes. Por ejemplo, internet de alta velocidad, teléfono análogo y digital, celulares, televisión, seguridad y automatización del hogar, gas, electricidad y hasta procesamiento de tarjetas de crédito. Y todo con un precio inmejorable. Tenemos todos los servicios que ya está usando y que le encantan y en un solo lugar. Simplemente complete esta encuesta en línea y nosotros nos encargamos del resto. Personalizaremos sus servicios dentro de su presupuesto. Y lo mejor de todo es que cada vez que paga sus facturas mensuales, estará alimentando a niños necesitados. Gracias a personas como usted, podemos proveer alimentos para millones de niños con hambre, todos los días, aquí mismo en Estados Unidos y Canadá. Únase a los millones de personas que hacen lo mismo y marcan la diferencia. Envíe su información ahora mismo.
Okay, so that was Spanish. I know most of you maybe didn't understand Spanish, but when you got over 60 million Latinos that live between the U.S. and Canada, it's great that we have both videos that you can go approach both communities, both Latino and non-Latino communities, which is very, very powerful. And so what did Jose do? Jose set up a time. He said, hey, listen, I just started my own business, and people that he knew, right? And what we do basically is we analyze people's bills and help people, show them how to get better value on what they're currently paying. Plus, we help feed kids, okay? So when can you watch a 1 minute video that kind of explains what we do and how you can help me? That's it. And he just sent out text after text after text to people. And then it's also a great way to see who's a red apple, who's a green apple, who's a brown apple, right? Along the way. Because the brown apples would not even respond to people, so you know already. The green apple goes, all right. So basically what he did was he would schedule a specific time to speak with people, okay? Now, where you get that video is ask your upline RD, where you can get a copy of that. Most of them have that video, okay? Or your upline RVP, they'll have that video, okay? And online, by the way, if you notice on the ACN Compass app, where it's online is on the guest side. So you can have somebody, you download the app and fill out all the information online. I just prefer to have the physical paper, and when I call them to go through it, to me it's faster. I don't want to have them go through the step of downloading that. Now you can, and it's beautiful. It actually looks cool, and it automatically gets uploaded to you, all the information. It is actually very cool. It's very sophisticated. I just like having the app and asking them questions while I got them on the phone. And so that's what and it's exactly what he did. So he would send out that text. He would set up a time when they would watch the video. Now, here's what he would do. He would watch and see when they watch the video. Because, okay, what time can you watch the video? Well, I can watch it at this time. Great. So let's say I can watch it at 5 o'clock. I can watch it at 5:10. It's only 1 minute. When can you watch it this time? Great. So he would send them the link of the video on WhatsApp. He would send it on WhatsApp. It's very small. Or he would send it through iMessage or something where he can see when they saw it. And the minute he saw that they opened it, he would wait 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, so they watched it. And then, boom, he would call them. Hey, how was the video, right? And then they say, wow, and then the response tells them, are they a red apple, green apple, brown apple? Now, for the most part, they were either a green or a red, okay? So brown, negative, okay, listen, no problem. I just wanted to see what you thought of that. Thank you, I appreciate you, we'll talk soon. Green apples, well, what's this about? And then he would go into, listen, share his why, favor, help, try, and then to help them, hey, let's go over let me fill out the survey with you right now. And he would go through everything, get all the results, and he would tell them right then and there, hey, listen, by the way, it looks like I can save you money, boom, 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 right? And then he would go into closing them on becoming a customer. And he got over 100 points, got over his 100 points this month, amazing, doing that, using that video. But he was able to, remember, when you're able to filter faster through people by showing that, plus it's very professional, plus it looks like, it's like the hotels or whatever it is, hotels.com, it looks no other difference, like a concierge, makes it look much more professional, okay? So that's what he did, and it's very powerful, and I highly recommend it. I've used that video many times to acquire customers just the same way. Very cool. Okay. Now, the next approach, so like we're going to give you tons of approaches, guys. It's up to you to figure out what you want to specialize in. It's not relevant to specialize in everything. This is a woman who just got over her 200 points. She's coming up next. She's at 210 points right now, so congratulations to her. She's doing killing it. Plus, we also found today she's a great chef and cook. Cooked some amazing, apparently, cabbage rolls with 3 kinds of different meats in them. Crushed it, and the whole family devoured it, which was awesome, okay? And but she uses what we call the community approach to acquire customers, and by helping and working with people and people helping people. Wendy talked a little bit about that with the power partnerships. Now I'm going to have Ms. Barbara Morelli tell you exactly how she got over the 200 points mark, and now she's working on helping her kids do the exact same thing. So please welcome Regional Director Ms. Barbara Morelli.
Thank you so much, Mr. LaFranco. I love being on these calls. I'm super excited. I mean, I woke up the other morning and it showed 210 points and I was through the moon because it was a goal that I set for myself. I was actually a little bit delayed in reaching that goal because I had a lot of production happening with the approach that I was taking. Not only was I getting customers, I was also getting personal recruits. So that kind of held me back and kind of helped me delay my goal. But it's a good thing. It was a good thing. But yeah, super excited to be on. My name is Barbara Morelli. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Yes, I had my isolated family over. It was nice to spend some time today with them and cooking and serving and doing what I love best is being with my family. I'm super excited to be on today. You know, guys, I'm nothing special. I've been in ACN for a while, just like a lot of you have, and we know how to do this business. But the reality is I just stopped and I made a decision. And I made a decision a couple of months ago just to get that 200 points done because it just made too much sense to me to get 20%. I mean, I was at 10%. Why would I want to get 10% when I can make 20%? Like, it was just good business. And I've always wanted to maximize the comp plan. So I just made a decision and I had a will and I had a desire to make it happen. Like, it wasn't just, tiddling along here and there. I just woke up one morning. I said, you know what am I doing? I have the skill. I have the system. I have the things in place. We're given these incredible trainings, like from Mrs. Wendy Saunders and Mr. Rojas. Just implement them, right? And my why is super powerful. Because my why is so strong, this is what helped me create the results. And what is my why? Just to share with you guys, I'll be vulnerable with you. My why is my family. My why makes me cry. I always get emotional when I think about it. You know what? I love my family. I love being together with my family. And you know what? Time freedom was everything for me because I was a traditional business owner. And you know what? That's what we were taught. And it was great. And money was coming in, but we didn't have time freedom. And it's something that was so important to me was having time and money together. Because if I had that time, then I would be able to spend more time with my family. And now the time is here and I've got it and I love it. But now I want it more. I want to be able to experience life with my family. I want to make things a little bit easier for my children. My children do this business with me as well. So there is my biggest reason why is to spend time with them. I want to be able to jump on a plane and go have an espresso in Rome. Why not? This is my why. I just keep on making it stronger and faster and better. And it's funny because every time that I get a customer or I reach one of my little goals that I achieve, I enroll my family. And you know what? They're my biggest fans and they're rooting me on every time. If I get a customer, I celebrate with them. It's like, guys, I just got an ID Steel customer. That was 8 points. I reached my goal for today or whatever it was. So I really enrolled them. I made it fun. I'm not making it a chore. I just want ACN just to be part of my family, part of what I do, and I wanted my family to be enrolled. And the way I look at it this way, the reason I wanted the 20% is because, like Mrs. Saunders said, there's this money that ACN places on the table for us, guys, and it's a matter of us doing these little skills, these little execute these little actions that will create these results. And that's what I did. And when I wanted the 20%, I made the decision and I made it happen. I realized, with this incredible comp plan, ACN is putting money on the table. So as I'm getting customers, as I'm growing my points, automatically I'm making this customer acquisition bonuses, which is incredible. Like last month, I made $1,400. It was great. That was just through my bonus, through my customer, which was great. And then now I got to increase my residual income. I've doubled it. I mean, think about that. So the next residual payday is going to be double what it was. That's huge. Like, think about that, guys. Think of what you're sitting on right now, right? The other thing that really gave me a really great kick in the butt was this ETL master class that Franco's putting on. You know what? I knew that I had to, if I wanted my team to do something, I needed to be the one to lead by example. I can't ask my team to do something that I'm not willing to do. So I participate in those ETL master classes, and I am an ETL on Monday nights, and I'm going to go over and do RD all over again. I'm going to implement that rule of 5. So amazing, and it works beautifully every single morning. And this is my thing. I do not get out of bed until I've had that 15 minutes of personal growth. I don't care what it is, whether it's listening to an audio version of how to win friends and influence people, whatever, meditating, whether it's just, being grateful, being thankful every day for what I have. 15 minutes goes to that. Then doing those PBZs. 5 of them every day between either myself personally or my team. And if my team isn't going to do it, then I want to fill in those gaps, and I want to make sure to do it. And I'm going to commit to that. And what was that? The beauty of this is now I'm making new connections. I'm doing this through social media, through some of these groups that I've made connection with over the years. I'm meeting 3 people, even more, on a daily basis. And, the intention is to, just to build that little relationship. Like Mrs. Saunders taught, be a little butterfly. Just kind of start spreading little seeds here and there, building that little bit of a relationship. And I'll tell you actually an example that just happened a couple of days ago. So I was making new connections on social media, and I connected with this top direct sales lady. She's at the top of her company. She actually worked in the energy industry a while ago. And when we went in, and I just kind of said to her, listen, what do you do? Oh, I do this, I do that. She went, oh, energy. And I knew I'd gotten her. I knew I had triggered something. She says, oh. She says, I've always been looking for, being in that industry, I realized how lucrative that industry is. And wouldn't it be great if we can get paid through these industries? And I was like, are you kidding me? This is what we do. So I was super excited. I said, listen, let's get on a Zoom right now. You need to see what I'm doing. So I went right from customer, maybe acquiring a customer, into IBO mode. And we spent the time, and she understood. And it must have been my quickest PBZ, and maybe 5 to 8 minutes worth of video. And then I went right to the comp plan because she understood it. She was in direct sales. She wanted to know the money. She was a sharp girl, and she got excited. She's like, wow, holy smokes, holy smokes. I got her onto the call on Saturday, our Saturday training. Again, super excited. Then I thought to myself, which I keep on forgetting, why don't I use my senior vice president, Mr. Franco LaFranco, who's in all of our back pockets, let him close it for me? Because let one successful person deal with another successful person, and we're going to close it up. So Mr. LaFranco is going to be closing her for me today at 7:30, and I'm going to have a brand new IBO today. Thank you, Mr. LaFranco. So use him and abuse him because he's there. Totally forgot about that part, right? And then what's the other part is, again, following up. Fortune's in the follow-up. I'm constantly going through all my messages of people that I've made contact with, just making sure that nobody gets left behind. Hey, listen, we talked a few weeks ago. I know this wasn't the right time for you. Has anything changed? And because I'm not willing, see, I have a problem. I don't hear no. I hear not now. So all my not nows go into my book. And I forward it for 3 months, or maybe for 6 months, or whatever, and I follow up. Hey, how's your timing? Is anything changing? And now more than ever with this COVID, we have a blessing. We have something to give these people that they can make money right now with these quick start, with these customer acquisition bonuses. We have an ability to help these people right away. So follow-ups were key. And then, of course, committing to that one new customer per day, right? Just really, really committing to that. And it's been more than one customer. So if I get, let's say, 3 customers in a day, I might take the next day off or something like that, right? So one of my biggest, the funny thing is most of my points are from my U.S. customers. I've been selling U.S., and everybody knows I'm in Canada, but ID Seal, oh my God, that's such a super easy, it's a super easy service. It's one of the easiest ones there. You guide your customer there. You talk about the 3 different plans, the day-to-day, the month-to-month, which is, less than $1 a day, or maybe a quarter you can save $10, or maybe even better, the annual plan where you get 2 months for free. So it's about, really promoting it in an excited way, and just talking about how important the identity seal is and the identity theft protection is today. Then I also go with a Flash Wireless. This has been a big sale for me, the 6 points. That's been amazing, and helping people get their service for free. I'm actually 2 more customers for one of my US customers, because she's super excited about getting the service for free. And then Vivid, because they're all the 8-pointers. Think about it this way, guys. The reason it happened so quickly, because I got like 60 points in just the last less than 4 weeks. I did that through the high point services, guys. ID Seal, 8 points for the annual plan, 6 points for wireless, Flash, and Vivid, 8 points. So those have been focusing on those. Simple, they show up right away, nothing to do. I want simplicity, guys. It's about just keeping it simple, right? And then by implementing this rule of 5, I'm able to get not only the customers, but then I go back and ask for personal recruits, right? I ask them, listen, would you guys be interested in maybe hearing how I'm actually going to make money from this? And very few people actually say no to me. So it's pretty amazing, because people who are in a product-based company, when they hear that they don't have to buy anything or sell anything with us, it really triggers something that they don't really realize that there's an option for them as well. So Mr. LaFranco talked about the source, and I'm using that community approach. I have a huge community. I have a huge network of people, social media, through my business contacts, through friends, family. I just know people, and I've reached out to those people. And again, using the help, favor, try, and my why, being vulnerable, letting them know what I'm looking for. I need that time freedom back with my family again, being vulnerable, sharing that with them, right? And then also, a lot of these people who are in direct sales, I figured to myself, you know what? I wear makeup. I buy creams. I buy lotions. I need knives. I need anything that I need, whatever it is, I will always go to somebody who sells it first. So I can go through there, because I know I'll be supporting somebody and I'm giving back to the industry in itself. And they in turn become my customers. So they've been a huge customer source for me, because a lot of people will have certain goals that they're trying to reach. I have my goals that I'm trying to reach. So that's how I get, that's how I've been acquiring customers through my network. And then again, sending them the customer app, the ACN Compass app. Just getting an understanding of what they're currently paying for, because like Mrs. Wendy Saunders says, you don't want to fire hose them and just ask for everything. But if I know that they've done a survey and maybe they become my internet customer, my ID Seal customer today, maybe I'll come back to them in a few weeks saying, listen, I was looking at your survey that you did on the ACN Compass app, and it shows me that I think I could give you better value. I could put money back into your pocket for whatever the service it may be. So it's actually a great resource for me to go back, and maybe in a couple weeks or in a month to go back and say, listen, I remember you were with this company, and paying what you were paying today, I can save you this much money, or I can get you this better value, or maybe I can get you your internet for free if you're in Canada. So I love that survey approach, that customer survey approach. And then of course in the end, just being super, super grateful, just being thankful, taking the time from their business schedule so they can see what I have, helping me support my business, putting money back into my pocket, helping me get to my why. So that's definitely something that my heart is full with gratitude when that happens. And again, going back, and once the deal is done, asking them, listen, do you want to hear how I make money? Because then I can go in. It's kind of a butt backwards kind of approach, but it works, because I'm going with the intention of a customer, but I want to veer back and try to get them as an IBO as well. Okay, so that's been a great approach for me. And now, like Mr. LaFranco said, I do this business with my children. They hold 3 separate positions within the company, directly underneath me. And now I got to go out and get 200 points for them, or help them get their 200 points. So back at the drawing board, new goals in place. Thank you, Mr. LaFranco, for letting me share today, guys. Have a great, great Sunday.
Great job, Barbara. I'm fired up. I'm ready to get more customers now. How about you guys? I am so excited. I'm jumping out of here. Great job, Barbara. Love it. Congratulations on all your effectiveness, what you're doing and what you're creating. Just really, really inspiring. Next, we're going to hear from the referral approach. So we went to the community approach that Ms. Barbara Morelli was teaching. Now we're going to go to the referral approach. And this is a gentleman that's also a regional director. Now, his first position has, well over 400 something points, maybe even close to 500, actually over 500 points. His second position under his wife's name now has over 300 points. So he has over 800 points combined both positions. So he knows how to get those customers. And most of those customers, I'll tell you how many, come from referrals. And he's a master of getting referrals. In fact, he built in a city, Ottawa, Canada, where he didn't know anybody. And there he went, started with no one, didn't know anybody. Okay, this is really before we could go on social media, all this other stuff. He could have, but he just started meeting some people the harder way, I would say. And now he's done tremendous things. And this week, his second position went over 300 points. So his residual income is pretty awesome. Plus, he's got a team of people that he's now teaching how to do the same thing. So please help me welcome Mr. Anson Darville.
Thanks so much, Franco. Really appreciate it. The opportunity to be on here again today. Folks, so we're not strangers. When I took a look at this business, I honestly had no clue about any of this, about any of the services. I didn't know what a gigabit was. I didn't know, anything about internet. Like everything I've learned or been able to accomplish has been by following the system and learning the approaches that we're teaching here today. Reaching out to individuals and asking them for a favor. And, I was traveling 42 weeks of the year when I first took a look at this business. I was doing this very part-time, and I wanted to make sure that the time that I put into the business, that I was being effective with it. So using the favor, help, and why and try approach, and I had to get really real with my why. And when I started using that, my first 9 days, I had my internet for free up here in Canada. We've got Refer a Friend for internet. By the end of the first month, I had my home phone for free. I haven't paid that bill for 50 months. And then I realized that, if I can do that for myself, what if I could do that for the other people, like for customers, right? If I can get people excited about the fact of never paying that bill again. And a lot of things went on. I was living in Brantford, Ontario when I first got started. Ended up moving to Ottawa, Canada, in August. So I was only in the business just under 6 months, and I moved to a city I knew absolutely no one except for the person that had hired me, because I quit my job that I was traveling 42 weeks of the year for. And I got involved with some free networking. So, before everybody was doing everything online, obviously, looking for networking events that were, Chamber of Commerce, just getting coffee, there's a lot of coffee drop-ins groups in Ottawa. And I would literally drop in for coffee with people. Hi, how you doing? Get to know each other, do it, another time. And once somebody became a customer, though, I really focused on the approach of, refer a friend, right? So, we get chatting. I get dripping on them, getting to know who they are, getting to know who I am, hearing their pain points, and then finally having that conversation with them. So, through that process, I was able to go out and get about 20 or 30 original customers, maybe 40. Okay. And I was able to turn that into, now that we have over 340 internet customers. I think we're up almost at 40 people that have free internet here. And it's just been about getting people excited about the Refer a Friend program. And the biggest thing that came out of that was that, people want to help. Okay. People really want to help us when they get to know who you are. And I quickly realized that we have a very unique opportunity. All right. That not everybody is, thinks about the fact of what that bill is. And it doesn't matter what the bill is. It could be, a cell phone bill in the United States, an electricity bill in Texas. It can be, an internet bill in Alberta. People are really excited about, helping someone. And then also when you talk to them with some expertise. Okay. So when I shared my why, and I when I was getting to know people, I simply asked them, like, you obviously have an internet bill. Yeah. So listen, Could you let me take a look at it? I'll be able to see if I can help. And if I can help, could you do me a favor and help me? Right? So these are complete, absolute strangers. And they were receptive to it because we had gotten to know each other. So in a sense, they weren't complete strangers. It's not like we had a relationship for years and years and years. And if you've already gotten into somebody's warm market, the same thing applies, right? You ask that person once you got into that market, into their help them with a service. Okay, we've talked a lot about the fact of picking a service. In Canada, internet for me has become my go-to service, right? If I was in the US right now, I'd be like ID seal like crazy, right? Energy, if you're in an energy market, it can be that go-to thing, but start with a service. So once I would get them that client as customer with internet, then I would then reapproach them with, hey, by the way, we also have electricity, we have natural gas. Right now I'm going back and hey, we have cell phones because we launched cell phones here in Canada with TELUS back in March, and so on and so forth. But through an email introduction or using WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever they're comfortable with, I would get them to refer me or connect me with their referrals, because they're now excited about getting that internet for free. And again, you could be using the same approach with cell phones in the US. And it's been the same way for, hey, I love my VIN security system. I thank you so much for helping with my cell phone. Can you I got a friend that was complaining about their bill the other day. But I always get them to connect me so that it's not me cold calling them on the phone and going, hey, by the way, somebody give me your number. It's hey, friend, I think you should really speak with Anton, and he's been great. He's helped me, give a compliment, edify me, essentially, right? So, and then you get crazy bills come out of people that will scare you. And if the person is really open to being coached, you can actually tailor how that message comes out and comes across. But the thing is that when you get that warm transfer, if you will, price a lot of the time is in the background. People love that human connection, right? The bill had done in the bottom left-hand corner, $152 bill. And we were able to help this customer because she didn't want TV anymore and stuff. But the customer on the right-hand side were actually more expensive for their cell phone bill, but he still became a customer because I listened and I heard his pain points about the fact that he has dropped calls and he's not happy with the service. And even though he's gonna pay a couple of dollars more, he actually still became a customer. And then he referred me to his son because I built the relationship with them, even though both of these examples were people that I didn't know before a warm introduction. Okay, but it's very important that you ask questions and listen to what the pain points are for that person when you're going through a referral process. I also use the Project Feeding Kids, certificates that we have on the Compass. Like this, when I first got started, every single person, especially business owners love this stuff up, right? But I would go with a $2 frame from the dollar store with this filled out. I would have to type their name in because my handwriting is the best. But people would love the fact that I would show up and say, hey, you know what? I really appreciate that you supported me, that you supported my business, and you're helping to feed kids, and I just wanted to give you this to you, okay? And people were really receptive to it. Like I said, I've got customers literally, other than Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday, I don't talk to. Like, they're customers from when I was in Brantford, Ontario. I've lived in Ottawa now for 4 years come this August. And, I still get referrals from them, not obviously as much as because I'm not interacting with them on a regular basis, but, I got a chiropractor, for example. She still has credit card processing. She still has, when we used to have business phones, she still has her phone there, and she still, she tags me on Facebook if one of her friends mentions, oh, I can't stand my provider. And that's 50 months that I've been paid on those services, and she's still continuing to refer. Okay. So some of the conversation with clients for the refer a friend, once you've shown them value, you've given them something, whether even if you're the same price, right? They're supporting you, they're helping you out, whatever it happens to be. But when you show someone that you can now get the bill for free, I found over the years that if you refer a friend too early in the conversation, you can sometimes alienate people. So I leave that till they're ready to become a customer. Oh, by the way, right? I use it as an added value component to things, because obviously we have services that you don't have a refer a friend on, right? So if I'm talking to somebody about Vivint, then I'm having still having the same conversations with them about the fact of thank you for supporting my business. You're really helping my family. They know my why, and so forth. But when we get into in Canada with internet and the States with cell phones, when we can use that as an added value component of that they can get it for free. And if you show them, how them helping you, and you get them really excited, people will refer you like crazy. And in Canada, we have the refer friend video on Shop Flash CA YouTube. Just like Franco shared that video earlier, I used to use that video all the time when it had first come out with survey and stuff like that. And I used on the refer a friend side of things for the internet here in Canada. I passed that video out to people to get them to spark them. So say somebody sent me and we've gotten 2 or 3 referrals. Hey, by the way, you know what? You're only 1 or 2 away from being able to get that internet for free, and take a look at this link of how easy and how powerful this program can be. And it really does work. So, and then the thing is, guys, you can end up having customers that you develop really great relationships with. I got home last night with some customer had given me some lobster because they love me that much. And I've gotten a bottle of wine, I've gotten gift cards, I've gotten we live next to a water park. 2 summers ago, one of my customers gave me passes for all 5 of us to go to the water park for the day. Like, the thing is if you help people, if you bring value to people, they love you, they become part of your extended family in some senses. And I love what Wendy said about doing customer appreciation parties. Hopefully when we get back to being able to actually all get together, we're pretty locked down here in Ontario, Canada. But I've invited some of my better referrals, people that have become friends as well, over for barbecues before in the past. And it's been great getting to know some people. And as Barb mentioned, I've had a lot lately of people that are looking for an opportunity, that have been customers that have now converted to coming goes and enjoying what we have to offer. And the one thing I'll leave you guys with is that if nothing else, the thing that has always kept me going with the Refer a Friend program is the fact that we actually have the opportunity to put a lot of money back in people's homes. So yes, we bring value, we can immediate savings, but the Refer a Friend program can truly be life-changing for someone. So the best one I've ever had was a lady, probably about 2 weeks into the business. She was referred to me, and she was very motivated to erase her internet bill. And she's a single mom, and we ended up saving her a whole bunch of money. But she was very motivated, and probably, I'd say 40 days, she had her internet for free. She ended up having like 10 or 11 people linked to her account, had no interest in making money, but she wanted her service for free. And over the course, so that was 2016. Over the course of 2016, 2017, in March break of 2018, she took her mom, herself, and her daughter to Disney World on the savings that she had by having free internet and the reduction she originally had. And she called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to Disney World, and I just want to let you know that I've taken all this money that I was spending and I've tucked it away, and I had to take some out for this and take some out for that. But I was able to put all of this money away, and we're going to Disney World because of what you were able to do. So the Refer a Friend program, referrals period, can change your life, can help you grow your business really, really big. Audric shared on one of our trainings here in Canada a couple of weeks ago, but in fact, he had an IBO that really struggled with getting customers, and he got one of his friends who was really motivated about getting his service for free, and that friend referred, and then those people referred, and the next thing he knows, he has 100 customer points from one original customer. So, guys, I think 35 or 40 original customers has translated into, we're between my wife and I, we're going to break 825 customer points when the system updates on tomorrow morning. So not to brag and not to impress upon anybody, it's just, you don't need to go out and sell what we do. You just need to be a lot of follow up and talk to people. That's it.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Franco, for having me on here. Appreciate it.
You made me hungry with that lobster. Between Barbara and her cabbage rolls and you and your freaking lobster, I'm getting hungry over here. That's awesome. I was thinking about, as you were speaking, Anson, about, why are people so excited to want to give referrals if you do the things the right way? Think about this. Think about if you get a referral, or like you referred someone that you knew was going to do a good job for somebody. It makes you look good. And look, people love to look good. Don't we love to look good? We all love to look good. We all like to be important. We all like to be significant. All that stuff is important to us, right? So all of a sudden, somebody refers you. You do a great job for them. They save some money. They come back, oh my God, thank you for referring Anson to me. Thank you for referring whatever your name is to me, right? All of a sudden, what are you going to do? Refer more. Why? You like that feeling. It feels good that you made a difference for somebody. We love that. And we look good. So how the heck do you don't lose. You make a difference. You look good. You feel important. And that's why people love to refer, by the way, right? Anything, whether it's a restaurant or movie, doesn't make a difference. We all love that. So that's why referrals work. It's very, very powerful. And, to Anson's point, what kind of gratitude Wendy talked about? Do a Zoom virtual gratitude party. Who cares? You can do whatever you want. Be creative. Use your imagination for your customers. I know Mr. Simon Abood, Senior Vice President, what did he do when he took all his customers, all expense paid? This is crazy. Now he can afford it because he's a Senior Vice President, to an island resort for a week, all expenses paid. Good for him. Why? Because he can. Now, why would he do that? Because he realizes by having those customers, what happens? By having those customers, you're getting paid on everything. So why wouldn't you want to keep all those customers happy? So think about that. If we're all getting these customers, taking care of the customers, where's our residual income going to go? Nowhere. And this is what's powerful about ACN. This is where no one can compete against us, guys. No one. Okay? This is what's powerful. Now, we have one last approach to go through, and then we're done. So, guys, I know it's been a long training, but I think it's very powerful. Okay? The next part of the training I want to go through is the business approach one, which is the one how I got most of my customers. And I love this approach personally. It's how I got most of my customers because obviously I had people I do business with, right? And I feel comfortable. I felt comfortable with this one. Remember what I said. Which one do you feel comfortable with? Now, favor, help, why, try is all important. But this is an approach where I learned this from one of my cousins. One of my cousins, I did everything. I did the right script, everything, and refused to support me. He was my accountant. And then I realized, why do I go to my accountant? Why do I go to him? My cousin is my accountant. Because my dad told me to use it. I don't know if it's any good. I've never checked with anybody else if they know better accountants. I don't even know if what he's charging me is expensive or not. I was paying like $12,000 a year or something to him in accounting fees. And I'm realizing to myself, wait a minute, I don't know if this guy's any good or not. And then he turns me, and what made me think about this was him saying no to being my customer. I go, huh. And what he said to me was, I don't do business with my clients. And I thought that was like the oddest thing. What do you mean you don't do business with your clients? Because my dad always taught me the opposite. Always do business with the people you do business with. Create like a mastermind group. Wendy calls it power partners, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm thinking to myself, this is interesting. So the idea came, wait a minute, I'm only going to do business now. I'm going to reevaluate everybody I pay money to, like everybody. My realtor, lawyer, landscaper, bookkeeper, anybody that I pay money to better be my customer. So I said, I'm going to fire everybody. I don't know if anybody's any good. I'm going to fire if they're not already my customer. So I fired most of those people. Okay, it was actually a great day. I didn't tell them I fired them. I said, hey, you're fired. I didn't do that. In my head, I fired them. And then what I went out and I started to do was interviewing people. Okay, what was I doing? I was actually calling up people and saying something like this. Actually, I got it on a slide. I can bring it up so I can actually show you guys. Hang on. Make it easy for you because you can take a picture of what it is that I say. Okay?
Y le contactaremos enseguida. ¿Qué le parece?
I don't want that slide. I want this one. Okay. So in this strategy, you can easily get to 100 points in 2 weeks by going after all these people that you do business with. And there's so many people, guys, that we pay to. And it's also, by the way, a great tip for recruiting people. So I was talking to Mr. Mike Mazer, another SVP, Senior Vice President. He's recruited a gazillion people by interviewing people and then approaching them directly with the business. So you can approach this way directly for the business or directly for getting customers. It's up to you. And so what you want to do is get 5 to 6 people per category that you set up an interview with. Okay? Now, what does it mean to set up an interview? That you're going to interview them to see if they should be your lawyer or your real estate agent or your insurance broker based on what you need. See, a lot of times we get referred to somebody, we don't know if we're any good. And then how many times have you do business with somebody and you're like, why did I hire this knucklehead? Why did I hire this person? I don't even like this person. I mean, I'm sure it's happened to us because most of the time we are not proactive in finding these people. We're reactive. Meaning what? We're reactive because we needed this person or this person. You call one of your buddies, hey, who do you know? Or one of your family members, hey, who do you know? That's how mostly we find these people. Or you saw some ad, or you went on the internet. You don't know. And you're the first person that comes along, you hire them, and you forget about it. It's annoying otherwise. Well, what I finally figured out was, no, hold on a second. These are people that I should intentionally see if they're worthy of my time, whether I should work with them from a standpoint of supporting me in business, and B, are they good at what they do? Are they good at what they do? And so that's what I did. And I came up with a script to do that. And then I learned how to use these people to create referrals. And I felt good about sending them referrals. Because think about it too, guys. How many times have you sent people these referrals? But are they supporting you? Are they helping you? But meantime, you may be sending them all kinds of referrals, right? So here's what I memorized. I memorized a very brief little script, and here's what it is, and I'll go over it with you. It's really, really easy and simple to learn. Now, you don't have to get it perfect, but understand the idea. So when I call them up, I'll make a list of people. Okay, what am I looking for? I need this kind of landscaper, this kind of. And I'm making a list. I'm finding them, whether it's somebody's referral, and I'm looking like who referred them to me, or if it's on the internet, or on social media, or whatever. Okay. Now, social media is cool. You can say, hey, who knows a good accountant? Now, make sure it's non-ACN people referring them to you, because chances are they're already somebody else's customer. So, but you can ask this question: hey, who do you know is a good thing? And by the way, if they refer you somebody, and then eventually you start working with them, you can always call back to that person. Hey, by the way, he and I have struck a partnership. You can profit from this. Would you like to know how? Because you referred to me, I feel obligated to let you know. That's a great way to use social media for a referral to get back to them, to explain them how the business works. Okay, you just got to be a little bit creative, guys. Be resourceful. Here's what I've learned: people that are hungry, people that have a strong why, they'll figure stuff out. Look at Barbara; she's very hungry. She figures it out. You'll figure it. If you're not hungry, you'll never figure out anything. Doesn't mean you can get the best coaching in the world, you can get the best advice in the world. If you're not hungry, not willing to get off your butt, it doesn't make a difference how good this training is. For you, it'll make zero difference. But if you're hungry and you want to change your life, let me tell you, this training is gold. This is like, I wish I had this training when I got started. I didn't have it. I wish I did, because this training literally changes people's lives, okay? So here's what you say. Listen, I call up somebody, listen, John, I'm going to be interviewing a few of you to see who's the best for me. Let's say lawyer, account, whatever it is. But before we begin, I need to explain what I expect. in business, I create what's called power teams, right? Where we help and support each other. So if I choose to work with you, here's what I expect in return. I expect you to support me in my business, and I'm going to support you. What that means is I'm going to be your customer, but I also expect to be mine. And I'm going to send you referrals, and I expect you to send me referrals. And we're going to create a win-win scenario, and we're going to be helping each other out. Are you good with that before I continue? So after I set up the appointment, this is what I say to them when I have my call with them, okay? Because I'm not going to settle for any just Yahoo. I want a great relationship. I want a great partnership with somebody. I want somebody that I'm going to work with. They're going to work with me. I don't care if I've got all my money. Look, I fired my entire financial team. And you know what I found? A way better financial team. And they send me referrals, and I send them referrals. It's a beautiful thing. My financial advisor, oh my God, he's killer. He has sent me so many people. In fact, one person he just sent me, I'm not going to say what it is, owns one of Canada's biggest companies. Unbelievable. What a referral he sent me. Okay? But why? We've created that relationship together intentionally. Okay? And so that's what I say. They say, yeah, I'm in, great. Now, a lot of the times they even ask me, what do you sell? What do you do? We're in essential services, all the stuff that you need. My goal is to try and bring you better value. Even if it's the same price, who cares, right? Like I want, whether the same price, obviously more expensive, no. Now, sometimes they'll be my customer if they're more expensive, but I want same price or better. That's always my goal for people. I want to bring them value, be excited to support me, and not feel they're paying more. That's always the thing that I want to bring to them. Okay, very, very important. But then I'm also interviewing them. This is important, guys. I'm interviewing them to make sure they're right for me, that they're the right people for me. Okay? Now, at this point, you got to be clear. Are you trying to recruit them, or are you trying to get them as customers? For me, this one, I always approach getting customers first. And then right before they sign up for the service, I say, by the way, there is a way for you to get paid a percentage of these bills yourself. Are you interested in looking at that? I just feel like I'm not doing you justice if I don't. Well, sure. What do you mean by that? Then I would explain to them how the program works. And we have got people signed up by doing that, for sure. I would say about 20%. 15, 20% have done that from my experience. Now, how many you get is up to you. There's no right number. We don't care. Actually, not attached to them recruiting people, because I have so many different ways of recruiting people. It's unbelievable. So to me, it doesn't really make a difference. What I love to do is these are the way I got to get a bunch of customers. And what you want to create is an environment of like-minded people working together. Let me tell you, that energy you guys create by doing that is powerful. Napoleon Hill said, power is produced through coordinated effort between two or more people working together toward a definite objective in spirit of harmony. If you're working with people that don't want to be your customer, you're going to resent them every single time you talk to them on the phone. There's going to be guilt and associated with yourself for you not getting on the phone with them and getting them as a customer. You're going to hate yourself. So why go through all that? Fire them. It's okay. There's a gazillion people that do what they do. A gazillion of them. There's no shortage of people. You can do all that. It's very, very important. Okay? As Tony Cooper's likes to say, the number one reason why people don't get customers is because they actually don't ask. They don't ask. All you got to do is get off your butt and just ask. And it works. And all of you can do this. All of you are powerful. If you're just on here, you know that you can do this. Very, very powerful. So, in summary, guys, here's what you want to do. Be a professional. That means set your June goals. You heard all of the people that were training today, and I could have had a gazillion people on here today, that they set their monthly goals. So what is your June goals? Okay? Now, number one, for sure, what you want to do is schedule a PBZ, because you want to be building a team all the time. All the time you want to be building a team. So get that, and out of that you'll get customers and IBOs. Fast, to me, that's the fastest and easiest way. Master 1 to 2 approaches, master them, okay? And then master 1 to 2 services. That'll get you to 75, 150, obviously eventually 200 points. That's what there is to do. And then get your services for free. There's nothing more inspiring than getting your services for free. It rocks, guys. It absolutely rocks. So, guys, I hope this training was of value to you. And here's what I'm going to tell you in conclusion, okay? ACN has given us gold. They gave us gold. It's up to you, up to us, all of us, whether we want to unlock the chest of gold bars that ACN gave us. Because if we open up the chest, we can take as many gold bars as we want residually. What is the chest of gold bars? Us acquiring customers, us teaching our team how to acquire customers, ourselves keeping those customers by taking care of them and showing gratitude, and from different ways you heard today about how to take care of those customers and getting referrals from them. That's the chest of gold bars. It's available to each and every one of us that ultimately gives us liberty, financial freedom, residual income, taking care of our family, whatever it is that you want to do. It's all available to all of us. Okay? So this is the training for this month. Now, our next one will be, again, the first Sunday in July. Okay? Whenever that's going to be. That's going to be our next training. So what do you want to do between now and then? Fulfill on your June goals, number one. But number two, how many people can you get on that training? How many people in your team can you now get to the July training? That's the goal, and that's how you build your business from event to event, training to training, teaching your team exactly what to do. So, guys, thanks for being on. I'm going to go eat because Mr. Anson and Ms. Morelli got me hungry with their lobster and their cabbage rolls. Now we have some food now. Love you guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you in the near future. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oui, viens là-bas.